Well, I've been walking the woods every day, slowly expanding the search and sleeping in the same spot with the hatch of my car up all night with food in it. Did the thermal drone a couple more times, and there really isn't anything out here. What I'm guessing is at this point is someone took him into their home and he is now living his best life, which might be also for the best, since I should probably be searching for him, finding him, and then finding a new home. And I've been getting a lot of kickback emails and comments on my videos, but obviously people weren't getting the point that I realize with everything people were saying as truth, and that was the plan. So there isn't any need to attack my character at all. I don't think. Maybe a little bit. But no reason to really threaten me or say I'm a terrible person. I mean, I did take him from living in a cage for most of his life, and he had a lot of outdoor time with me before escaping, and there was like some good moments and bonding time. So I never thought he would run too far away, but I was mistaken. Or maybe he didn't get too far and someone scooped him up pretty quickly. So yeah, making mistakes, also living in a car. I was, however, planning on moving into a trailer that I was going to rent from one of my friends, which was pretty good size, so I would have been out of the car. But now I'm kind of questioning if that's really even worth it, because it's just me. I don't really have the motivation to spend the money on housing when I could just stay in the vehicle and keep saving funds. So yeah, my plan was to at least get into this, I think it's like 24 feet trailer. They were gonna let me live in it for free, and I would just pay the RV lot place to park it. And it would have been a good deal because the people don't have to pay to store it, and I get a place to live relatively cheaply in Tahoe. So now I'm questioning if I do that, nail that down, or just keep going with what I'm doing and just save up and keep looking for a good apartment or something like that. We had a storm, and so all this is pretty wet. It's just like swampland in a way. So yeah, I mean, if I find them, I'm for sure gonna rent a place, you know. I think I'd rather spend the money and have decent housing and have an animal companion. I think that's definitely worth it. Any kind of housing that I can just kind of get into. I think just mental health for me would be higher, and some kind of companionship. And I've been thinking about why I've been like pretty distraught about losing this cat. And I think it's just, I put so much effort into the bonding process, and I felt like I was really getting somewhere. And when you spent 4 years basically being on your own without any kind of human contact, hold on. Any kind of touch or a hug, that can kind of start wearing down on you. And just that, like, even human to animal contact that I did have was pretty nice. You know, it's, even though you can't talk, you know, it's all like kind of nonverbal communication. It is nice when you go from something that is scared of you, and you feed it by hand every day, and you slowly gain that trust until it's like sleeping on your chest. And you know, when something's on you and you feel that the purring, and you're like, don't move, don't ruin this moment. That's a pretty powerful connection, I'd say, and it's just a good feeling. And I have a tough time talking about feelings because I feel like guys don't really get that opportunity to talk about feelings that much, and we always put emotions to the back burner. I don't know. It's tough for me to kind of figure out. I've been feeling pretty down. I've made quite a few videos, decided not to post them. Just kind of wallowing in my own self-misery. I read some negative comments and I let it affect me too much. So, I mean, like, if I see a couple negative comments from the same person, I'm probably just gonna block them, and just, they'll be like hidden comments, just because obviously people haven't watched any of the videos and try and just realize I'm trying to do the right thing. Like, yeah, I make mistakes and it's not really optimal for an animal, but then again, like, I have a lot of time to walk around during the day. I'm not in my car all the time. I'm out walking, I'm at the lake, I'm waiting for decent rides, and there's a lot of downtime. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty fortunate to make the money I do with the total hours that I'm working. And I'm just making up excuses, of course, as well. But I think between having a lot of time with an animal, being outside a lot, and having housing like coming up as an option, I kind of jumped the gun, I think, obviously. But I had a plan, and sadly it just didn't work out. I'm not giving the hope on looking for nicks out here. I mean, if I could just find them and get the housing with the trailer, that would be optimal. So yeah, I can't give up hope and stop. I think until maybe like 2 weeks or so. But yeah, I don't think I deserve death threat emails and like everyone saying I'm the worst person in the world. I mean, a lot of people have dogs and they only walk them 1 hour a day. It's like 4% of the day. 1%. I don't know. I would never do that. They would at least get enough exercise so that way they're being mentally stimulated and ending the day tired. I wouldn't throw an animal into a cage and lock him in a car all day. That would be terrible, and that would be very irresponsible. But I see that with people in their homes. They put the dog in the kennel for most of the day and they let him out for 1 to 2 hours a day. And to me, that's worse than the life that I would give any living creature. Even if I was in the vehicle, it would never be alone, and it would have plenty of time being out here in the woods with me. But I think that haters are gonna hate, and there's not really much I can do about that. So I just gotta toughen up and take it. Even though the chances are probably pretty high that he's found a home to weather our last storms in, I still can't take the chance that he might be wandering around out here. And so I will continue to do some walking, especially around some of these houses that no one comes and lives in. They're kind of like Airbnbs, so it's right now, most of this neighborhood here, they're all just empty houses. A lot of decks, a lot of places to find shelter if it's like really windy, or we had that slush snow the last couple of days. So there's plenty of squirrels and mice and water, and then the shelter where all these houses are. So I gotta put in my due diligence and keep the search alive and well.